is just like, just not true. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it could be, but it's like, it's just your mind, and you're like, oh, it's sunlight, the shuffler is rigged, or it doesn't work well, or... We're gonna demolish that red-green player. They don't have a removal for elves. Even if they do. Spark Double has really impressed me. I did not think it would be as good as it is. It's not really a pod deck. It's a Vannifar. It's a Okatra deck against like over half the matchups. I feel like Okatra's just your win con. Red, green, big dudes. Wanderer seems good in this matchup. Guard Mage actually seems kind of bad. Like, the body's so irrelevant. Fairy's probably alright, but not great. I'm just gonna get. Seems like a good matchup. Given game one, even the game one sample size. Easy matchup. So Duck Pulp was asking about tipping in France and stuff. And I answer that, I don't know. I mean, you don't have to tip in France at restaurants, but I usually tip like 3 to 5% if the service was good. So basically, you know, like €1 or €2 on a normal meal. And anyways, and then someone replied to me, that explained why that waitress always wanted to help when I came in. I thought she liked me. It was just my 20% tip policy. Yeah. If you're tipping 20% in France, the waiters are gonna like you. They're probably gonna. I mean, if you're a guy tipping a waitress 20%, they're probably just gonna think you're hitting on them or something. They're probably almost gonna be creeped out, honestly. Yeah. Gamble or not? Were you moved by Notre Dame burning? Actually, I wasn't moved at all. Must be some kind of robot or something. I just didn't feel like it was that big of a deal. You know, they'll rebuild it. It'll be. I don't know, man. I didn't really get it. You know, it's history. It happens. You know, old building stuff happens to them, and you know, it was probably built. You know, it's not like the Catholic Church is, you know, the greatest organization of the history of the world. You know, it's pretty bad, and I don't know. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's whatever. I don't care that much. I mean, it kind of sucks for France economy, I guess, if people stop coming, because that's bad for France. It's bad for some people's livelihood, etc. Maybe that would almost be like my biggest concern. They can have shock. Whatever. They're just trying to free roll. I didn't board out Harpooner in this matchup. No. That was kind of loose. Imagine if that was a 2-free. I guess having Harpooner on the draw is honestly not even that bad. Appreciate your honesty, man. No problem. I mean, it's not like it's a very sensitive subject. I don't think it is anyways. Why do we have the Wanderer in the deck? I assume it would be good against red-green monsters. I think that's the matchup for it, but it's probably a super loose sideboard card. I actually don't even bring it in against Burn, but you could, but I guess you should because of Phoenix. Oh, speaking of... Wanderer looking pretty good right now. What is even now? Like, it's like some kind of sword with... Oh, it's kind of weird. So do we know? Is it do they say who's the Wanderer in the novel, or do we still not really know? I wonder if I should save. Save the tokens or just use it and start bashing. Alright, nice. You never know who she is. Not even like any kind of clues or stuff. Yeah, that's what people have told me, that maybe it's Emrakul. We think it's Emrakul because she has resemblance to the old gods of Zendikar. Someone else says, I think the Wanderer is a unique character. It's pretty badass anyways. Whoever the Wanderer is. Vizork says he thinks it's Elspeth. Someone else says it's definitely not Emrakul. Someone else says it's Hillary Clinton. Apparently we have the Wanderer in chat. Who are you, the Wanderer? Someone else says it's a rat from the sewer. We've had some pretty solid hands. Lots of like turn on elves and stuff. I've never played against Esper with this deck. We beat Grixis the other day, kind of Grixis control. Esper's probably going to be tougher just because Esper's a better bet. I'd have Augur of Balls in their deck. Maybe we have out, what, the hit? Or they're playing Jeskai. Jet skis. Alright, let's see. Do I just have to get a district guide, or can I go for something a bit, yeah, no, I mean, district guide or bust. Doop 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 doop. The Wanderer is Nicol Bolas. Seems kind of unlikely. The Wanderer is Kai. Yeah, that makes sense. Sweepers, sweepers, sweepers. We ain't going nowhere. Because we're bad boys for life. Definitely gotta play Vannifar. I don't think any of my other options are especially attractive. Probably have Absorb, but what can you do? I guess that's a reason not to play Prime Speaker. Have you watched a review about the War of the Spark book from the Tolarian prop? The book is supposedly an utter disaster and a farce if you take into account that the stories only got better after Amonkhet. That's sad. I've never read these books. Levy has read almost all the Magic books, I think. He knows a lot about the lore and flavor text and all that stuff. This is kind of getting out of control. I even drew the one thingy. I guess I could play it, neoform it, sag Dialv, get it again, try and hit some land drops. I'm in pretty bad shape. Oh no, they have Narset in play. Man, Narset is such a pain. There's nothing good I can get either. I guess I could play a 4 and get Tulsimir. That actually might be okay. Yeah, that's a good play. Yeah, I like that. Gets me a land. Oh no, but then it's a free drop. I'm dumb. So, should I get another Spark Devil or shall I? Maybe I'll just get another Spark Devil. It's kind of like drawing cards. Also, I just play Elf, and if they have a sweeper, oh well. You have to keep Prime Speaker Vannifar. I wish I had a haste creature in my deck. Alright, let's go. I don't have a 6-drop. Is there any creatures you can get against control that would be good against a sweeper? Something that makes your creatures indestructible, or even like a good haste creature in the band colors. What's my initial take on the deck? It's been impressive, and I thought that the list was actually I've been playing the deck for a few matches, and I don't really know how to change it, you know, without playing a completely different deck. I think it's pretty well built. I didn't look into details at the mana, I guess. But yeah, no, we actually had I don't know if he's here today, but we had the guy who made the deck in chat. He even subbed to the channel, and yeah, I thought he did. He doesn't think the deck is like amazing or anything, but it worked out for him. Alright, I guess I'll just play a Ketra. Oh no, right, I can't. I'll in first. Like, Prime Speaker Vannifar has been definitely solid, but a lot of the games you win by just playing a Ketra and playing some more dudes. Who made this deck? Let's see if he's here. I'm not too sure. His name on Twitch is Willerker. I don't know if he has the same handle on Twitter. Yeah. Willerker on Twitter. Oh, you even have the Reddit post. Cool. How I found my favorite deck so far? The Blue-White Planeswalker deck is a lot of fun. I haven't had I don't have a favorite deck right now. Or I don't know what's best either. I haven't played Esper Control yet. And I haven't played Simic Nexus. I'm doing my classic yellowhat thing where I just don't even play the best deck in the format. I wonder if their only sweeper is Solar Blaze. That'd be kind of amazing for us. Should I attack into Settle a Wreckage? Was my god? I can get another one next turn. I guess I'll keep Trostani back. Conclave Cavalier is a nice 4-drop that survives sweepers. Yeah, that's a good point. People have mentioned that card. I could play a Cavalier in the deck. Lumbering Battleman as a sweeper protection. That's pretty cool, actually. I guess they can double Solar Blaze. Or that. Monorite is the best deck, is it? I haven't found Monorite to be that impressive. It's good, but... Yeah, Solar Blaze seems kind of heinous. So I don't really want to play Bugler, because then I'm going to lose my... I also don't want to go multiple turns without... Alright, whatever. I'll start by doing that and we'll see what happens. Golgari Raider? That does sound like pretty interesting, actually. It's just so like niche and just gonna be bad 90+% of the time or something. They're at 5. Alright, let's go. If this was Teferi Hero of Dominaria, I might just send 2 creatures at it and 1 at them, because it's still likely to have a removal spell, but it's kind of Teferi of do nothing itchy. I should use Neoform, but I'm not sure what for. Maybe I don't use it. Alright, I'll just say go. Yeah, I mean, if these Solar Flares were Kaya's Wrath, I doubt I win that game. Our sideboard is actually pretty solid against control. Lots of cards in. Kind of nice that I have all these creatures that have more toughness than power. I'd board out Shelleye, I think, against Esper, but not against that deck. Talsamir. I don't know what to board out. Could board out some mana, guys. Problem with cutting Paralyzed Druid is that it's probably kind of hard to cast the Mystics, or harder anyways. If you have hexproof and no walkers, their Chandra dies to itself if it deals any damage at all. Not bad. If you draw a white source, this hand's just such gas. Never lucky. Just like Elky. So sick. Please break. Dude. Hitting 2 times in, or what are they, 3 for free with Bolus? This is like, it's basically unheard of. With Small Teferi, you can Neoform into Mystic. That is kind of gross. Draw 2. First time I draw 2 was Fibbletoop. I've seen the Tishar deck, and getting to Mythic doesn't mean a deck is good. I don't even think I have to do anything with 2 Fell Mystics in hand, right? I'm going to be hitting my land drops and stuff. I'm going to have just more card advantage than them. This deck has been good. It's been like... it has seemed favored against red. I think it might be pretty good against other mid-range strats. And I guess I haven't played against Desperate Control yet. I also haven't played against Simic, or maybe we played once against Simic and lost. Actually, I don't know. This deck's good against some decks. So obvious that I have Mystic, but I also don't know if they can do much about it. Nimzovich, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I actually don't want to discard to hand size, so I'm gonna say go. I think I'd play the land, right? Have I played with Skura to untap Vannifar? No, I haven't tried that. Syncopate, wow. I got wrecked. Est-ce que Phoenix, j'ai aucune idée Moustique si Phoenix c'est un bon jeu ou pas. Mais bon, change de jeu peut-être. Moustique is asking if Phoenix is a good deck in Standard. He said he's not winning on the ladder. Wondering if he should change decks, and I said I had no clue. Probably just play Teferi Plus. Sorry, I'm reading the... I wonder if the deck needs a second planes. I feel like I've been in that spot a lot where you can't cast a Ketra easily.
No more games.
This is getting pretty scary. Can't believe I lost that game. I was looking so good. I don't even think I made big mistakes, or maybe even any mistakes. I mean, I must have messed something up because this game was just looking so good. The art on Solar Blaze is kind of cool. Is that the Parthenon or whatever it's called? Parthenon 2. It's burning zombies. I'm gonna fight over that. Seems like a good card to fight over. I guess the whole like Teferi plus Syncopate turn was backbreaking. Man, they never miss. Should probably miss like almost a quarter of the time. You come at the king, you best not miss. How many mystics left in my deck? 2. No, 1. Does deck should play a little Viv? Could be. There's one in the sideboard. You do have all creatures. I guess they get to Lava Coil now. Should have at least floated a mana. It's kind of cool. Sure. Vivian Arbo has seemed really good, but I've also definitely played games where I've used it like a bunch of turns in a row and still lost. So I'd say the jury's still out on that one. He probably does this prime speaker Vannifar actually. We draw 2. Nice. I guess I could have gotten. Did I have an Aketra? I could have gotten another Aketra, right? That's the non. Oh, I might have messed up. It's better against Salt type, Bant mid-range, or S for mid-range? I would have to guess S for mid-range.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
I'm sure it's spell dependent, but maybe I'm playing way too conservatively. I should just play all my creatures that have more toughness than power against them. Seems like their sweeper is just Solar Blaze anyways. Hey Johnny. Here comes Johnny. I'm just gonna counter the Solar Blaze. These are gonna have either Clarion or another Solar Blaze, maybe an expansion explosion. Oh, we won.